Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jimmy, aka Savvy Crypto Investor. I do not know if I'm live. There we go. I am live now. Just getting set up just like yesterday. I'm kind of just getting everything set up and getting all my settings straight, finishing up the text here so that when this actually launches, people will be able to follow it. So if you are watching, please make a comment. I will make a comment first. Hello everyone, welcome, please say hello. Now I realize that this is unannounced, so I don't expect to see a lot of people watching, and like I said, I need a little bit of practice too, so I'm really glad to be able to do this and be able to save it so people can watch later. In this episode today, I want to talk about my recent experience with BitSolid. And I also want to go in and review Ripple. There's some really good news about Ripple right now, and I want to make sure people know about it because I have a feeling that Ripple is getting ready to start making some major news announcements over the next 6 months. And it started today. I had a feeling it was coming, and there was a small press release put out and then another tweet sent out just a little bit ago. So I'm going to go over that in just a second. I'm going to wait. Hey, if you're watching, go ahead and say hello. I'd love to say hi to you and, get into this little live stream that we got going on here. I don't know what the delay is on the live chat, so I apologize if I'm waiting for others to say hello. So just a review, if you're just coming on board, I'm going to be talking about BitSolid, my recent experience with them, as well as the most current news on Ripple, which I'll bring up in just a second. So let's go over here to, let's not go there yet. That's something different. Don't worry about that. That's announcement. BitSolid. Let's check out my BitSolid. So I've been in BitSolid since the beginning of November. I haven't had any problems. The one time I did have a problem, I thought it was BitSolid, but it turned out to be blockchain. So I just want to make that really clear that in the beginning, I didn't have any problems. I haven't had any problems. And honestly, besides the daily earned interest rate, I really haven't had any complaints either. BitSolid has been pretty consistent, and it's basically done exactly what it advertises for the most part. However, a couple weeks ago, people started complaining that there was errors when they attempted to make a withdrawal. So I chose to also attempt to make a withdrawal, and you can see here on the 14th of December, I had no problems. And then I started trying to make attempts yesterday, and I started getting errors. I attempted 2 more times today, and I got an error. So let's go ahead and try this one more time. And to be honest with you, I'm going to keep trying. I want to do it live. I want to do it live for you so that you can see what I see and you can verify it for yourself. Let's see, Bitcoin. I don't have very much in my Binance account. I'm using it to test some different cryptocurrencies. So, I'm in the beginning stages of getting to the point where I'm starting to invest more money into cryptocurrencies. So I've just put a little bit of money in Binance right now. I'm starting to play back and forth, starting to play the swings, and I'm starting to learn a little bit more about the more day trading kind of, I guess you could call it, of cryptocurrencies, although I don't suggest that because you get fees every time you make a transaction. So let's finish up with BitSolid real quick and then I'll go into Ripple. As you can see, this again we're getting errors from the BitSolid network. Now, we don't know if it's BitSolid. We don't know if it is another issue. But what I can say is it's probably a good idea for now to hold off investing any more money into the BitSolid network until they stop having errors. I haven't had any reason to doubt BitSolid yet, and I hope that this is not evidence that there could be something wrong. In this cryptocurrency niche, there is all of these HYIP sites, high yield interest paying websites. There's dozens that come out every single day. There's so many that come out that I lost track of them, and I haven't been really doing as much research on HYIPs as I started in the beginning. In the beginning, I did one every single day. I was able to find at least one that I could review. And yes, there are still that many, but I've also been focusing on investing on different platforms and investing in different ICOs as well. So I'm involved with that, and I actually pay more attention to that than I do with the HYIP sites, but I want to kind of mix it up. I want to do both. I want to get involved and be able to do these videos more often. So as I start to plan out my time a little bit better and manage my time, I will start doing these a little bit more often, and I will schedule them so that you know when I'm going to be on, and those of you who just want to watch can watch later. So I'm going to attempt this one more time. Let's try one more time while we're sitting here. So we know it costs 0.001 Bitcoin in order to make the transfer, roughly. So I'm just going to reduce my withdrawal by 0.001 Bitcoin. I do think that's expensive, and Bitcoin has gotten more expensive, and that's why people are looking for alternatives now. But let's keep going because I would just like to get my withdrawal out. Okay. So the system says success, and it also says you've made a withdrawal, and it gives you the wallet address and everything. Everything looks good. Everything looks good until you scroll down and you see your list of withdrawals, and you see that there's an error on every single one of them that I just attempted. And this has been going on all morning long. This is about 30 minutes now I've been trying to make this withdrawal. So long story short, there is an error in the system right now. Nobody knows what's going on with BitSolid. They're not responding to support. Let's see if I can. No, I gotta send a personal email. I can't open my personal email because I have confidential information in there, so I'm not going to do that right now. But what we can do, let's go over, where's my Twitter? Bam, there's my Twitter. And let's go BitSolid. BitSolid. There's BitSolid support, and then there's BitSolid. So the last post for BitSolid support BitSolid was November 2nd. That actually could be a bad sign. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tweet to BitSolid and see what's up. And I'm actually going to copy BitSolid too. BitSolid. Errors on transactions on attempted withdrawals. Please explain what is going on. We are getting more concerned. Okay, so there's a lot of people out there that feel that they have huge investments in BitSolid right now, and they're worried that they're not going to get it back. So what I can tell you for absolute certainty is that there are people that have been complaining about this, and there are people that continuously just keep trying, and eventually they're able to get it to go through and get the withdrawal sent to their account. So I'm going to tag BitSolid support. I'm also going to tag support BitSolid. I'm going to tag myself, Savvy Crypto Investor, and I'm going to type crypto, got to be getting close to the threshold here, cryptocurrency. Okay, and one more, HYIP, HYIP. Okay, so we're going to tweet that out. Your tweet was sent. Perfect. Let's see what happens. Let's also go check BitSolid itself. See when's the last time they made a post. BitSolid has not tweeted. That is interesting. I thought they have had tweets, and it looks like they're all deleted. Listen, I did not realize this, and I'm super apologetic because usually I check these things before I start doing all my videos. I don't know when they could have possibly deleted their tweets, I don't know if, let's go. Can I delete my own tweets? Can I delete my own tweets? Tweets. I've got 100 tweets. Yes. Oh, and I've got a couple more followers too. Thank you very much for following, by the way. We're up to 130 subscribers on our YouTube channel. I super appreciate you guys subscribing. Matter of fact, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching now, please hit the subscribe button. And you know what? Share this video too, please. Help disseminate this information out because people need to know. So I don't... Oh yes, we can delete tweets. So you'd have to literally go one by one and delete all these tweets. So I guess it's possible. So look, what I was about to say was that it looks like BitSolid could be setting up for an exit scam. This is pretty standard for the hype sites. It's always a risk getting involved with these. You never want to put money in that you're not willing to risk losing because these sites are so wishy-washy. And one day they're here, the next day they're not. I don't want to give up on BitSolid, but at this point I also don't have any evidence to support the fact that they're making an effort to make things better for us. So I'm going to say hold your money and wait, okay? Don't put any more money into BitSolid currently. Wait. Wait for BitSolid to respond. Wait for them to give us feedback via email, anything, doesn't matter, okay? That's my advice. Now let me go back over to my live stream and see if there's any questions. No comments. Okay, no big deal. Look at that, I got 0 watching now, so I must have bored the last person that jumped on here. That's okay. People can watch this later. Okay, let's get over to Ripple because I'm super excited about Ripple right now. Oops, that's my email that I don't want to open. Actually, there's nothing important in there. Okay, so I was on Binance today and I started looking at my Ripple and I was going, oh my goodness. Yesterday, I thought they were going to go up, and they did. They went up to 209, and then they fell right back down. They're currently at 197. Let's see. You know what? I don't like using the Binance chart right now because I'm not super good at them. Coin market cap. Like I said, this is not the email where I have a bunch of confidential stuff in. Coin market cap, Ripple. 77 billion market cap. That's awesome. It's still up at the top. Despite all the FUD that's been going on over the last couple of days, it's still at the top. So it's sitting at $2 on coin market cap. But let's look at the chart. So there's our chart. Actually, you know what? You know what I really want is I really want trading view. This is like the best right now. This is like the best platform in order to be able to watch different stocks or different cryptocurrencies. And I've already got it set up the way that I like it. So I use a 15 moving average, and then the other moving average kind of. There's various schools of thought. You could do 35, you could do 40, you could do 50, you could do 25. So I'm just going to set up for 25 so I have a little bit faster. No, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I want to do 30. 35 there. And then for my long term, I want to do either 70 or 75. Some people do 99. So let's do 99. And I can give you a good example here. So this is the day chart for XRP or Ripple, okay? And as you can see, it's been dropping the last couple of days because of the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt that has been coming out about South Korea and this other stuff. I think Warren Buffett even came out and said that cryptocurrency is a big old trash barrel bucket or whatever he said. No, I don't really remember. I didn't pay any attention to it. So basically, who stands to gain if cryptocurrencies fail? Banks, big-time investors, people that are invested in stock market who could be affected by the banking industry. So if people are invested in banks, which some people are, especially super mega rich people are probably heavily invested in banks and different markets all around the world. But they stand to benefit the most out of a cryptocurrency like Ripple or Bitcoin or Ethereum failing. So what are they going to do? They're going to smear it as much as they can, until they get it down to a point where nobody wants to buy into it. Then what most smart investors do is they buy when it's super low because they know it's going to come back up eventually. Why not buy it now? I would not be surprised if some of these smear campaigns are actually moves to purchase the cryptocurrency at a lower rate. Okay? So that being said, I looked at the chart yesterday. I didn't do a fancy chart. I basically only have a couple lines that I really look at. This one should be deleted now. This one could be deleted now. So I have an upper and lower. I've got a support line here, and I've got a resistance line up here. Let's switch this over to a 4-hour chart and see what the difference is. So look at that. My resistance line that I made off of my day chart kind of falls in almost perfectly on this 4-hour chart. So it looks like it hit the resistance and it dropped down. Now it dropped a little bit below the support line, but then it's climbing back up. So it looks like it's bouncing a little bit in between. And it might go in between for a couple days. I don't know. But I really feel like the fear, uncertainty, and doubt is really what's driving all this. It's not really real consumer action or consumption. I mean, yes, it's being driven by purchases or buy and sell positions, but let's look at some interesting news. So today, actually yesterday, Ripple announced that MoneyGram is to use XRP for faster international payments. Now, what I saw was this was a test. Let's see, cross-border payments quicker and cheaper. MoneyGram, one of the world's largest money transfer companies, will use XRP. So they're making a formal announcement. This is a formal press release that MoneyGram will be using Ripple. That is amazing news, and there's more. I mean, that's not the only news, but that's probably one of the most important. Let's go over here to Ripple. Here you go. Top news. Ripple announces XRP trial with cross-border remittance firm. Now that was the trial, okay? That was the trial announcement that was made. That's what caught my attention. I'm like, wait a second. They've been talking about MoneyGram for a while, or they've been talking about a payment system, a money transfer system. I don't remember if they mentioned MoneyGram before, but it's been in talks this whole time. But when they made the formal announcement, I said, okay, now it's happening. But I want to talk about Brad real quick because this guy, let's see if it posted today. Here you go. I'm pleased to be able to share that MoneyGram has partnered with Ripple to use XRP in their payment flows. That is awesome news. It's a $650, if I remember correctly, $650 billion market in cross-border payments. That is international transactions. And if you don't know, MoneyGram, they can send any amount of money, of course, but it costs a certain percentage. So if they could charge less per transaction, number one, they make more money, but two, they can also lower their rates to make it better for the consumer and also still make more money. So what if they were able to reduce their cost by, let's say, 90%, and they were able to reduce the fees by 50% to customers? They're still making 30-40% profit margin on top of what they've already saved. So, I mean, that's a win-win situation for both parties. So, and really, when you send money internationally, it's even more expensive and it takes time. And the truth is that people, banks especially, and different systems like MoneyGram have started to use Bitcoin as an experimental factor to see if it would be beneficial. And because of the blockchain and the expense of Bitcoin right now, it takes too much time and it costs too much money. So Ripple is actually an amazing replacement for Bitcoin, and I think that that's where the market's going to go. Okay, let's see what else. Ripple and MoneyGram test XRP currency transfers. So that was yesterday, and let me see. Where's my trading chart? Did I already? XRP, there's my trading chart. So in one day, since yesterday, we're starting to come back up. So right here's my low resistance line, right? So I have a feeling we're about to bounce up and we're gonna keep going up. And if we bounce up, this could be upward movement for a couple days. If we happen to break through this upper limit at around 270, 275-ish, we might be on our way up again. We might even be starting to break new records. So I'm not an expert, but I am learning to read these charts better and better. The more I read them, the better I get. I see an upward trend for Ripple. I think Ripple is still a good opportunity. It has come down in price. Now is a good time to buy Ripple, because when I got in at first it was 195 or 194, and then I sold my my investment. I think it was around 2 something. I want to say I sold it around 230, 240, because I wasn't really sure. There was a drawback at one point, and I thought to myself, okay, I'll take what I got now, and I'll come back and I'll buy it when it drops again. But then it kept rising. So long story short, if you're gonna buy and hold, because you're gonna make more money in the long run probably. But I collected my money out, so I have since rebought back in. So I was actually able to acquire more Ripple because I actually made a profit and reinvested all of that back into Ripple just recently. So I'm now holding short term, if not long, on the Ripple, and I'm waiting for it to come back up maybe to 275 or even go past that. Okay, so that's what I got for now. I don't have any other news for Ripple, but I thought that was really big news, and I thought that was worth mentioning. Hopefully you agree, and please don't forget to say hello or ask any questions. I love to communicate and chat with you. And then don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell button next to the subscribe button so you can be notified the next time we upload a video or the next time we go live. All right, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and aloha.